see you. And guys, we are running a little late because we were having a conversation before we went live. So don't mind us. We were just having a good time. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Just working, just hustling every day, putting in the work, doing what you have to do, and that's it. Just every day. It's just work in and out. Simple.
How are you doing during COVID? I know we watch your show and you touch on a few things, but how physically, mentally, how are you doing now that we've been almost, well, now 6 months actually, right? With in the quarantine phase. How you doing with that?
Yep. I mean, it's what it is. You know, this is testing everybody on every angle.
Yes.
If you got money, it might not test you financially. It's going to test you emotionally. If you have no money, it's going to test you financially. If you are out of shape, it's going to test you physically. It's going to test you in every way possible. But you gotta just go through it and persevere. For me, my line of work has been shut down by every government across the world. So I mean, I'm an international artist, so most of my stuff
Absolutely.
is done overseas.
Yes.
Overseas has shown themselves to be more responsible than America.
Yes.
That is the reason why no passports, no people from America can travel anywhere. In Europe, people are moving back and forth, but because there's a level of irresponsibility in this country, the rest of the world is saying, America, stay by yourself. So for me, my business is going to be over until at least like February of next year, my business will be coming to an end probably in December anyway. And then I have January and February off. So it'll probably start up March of next year like it usually does. But I believe that when it starts up, it's going to be a whirlwind.
You are an amazing international performer, entertainer, promoter. You have an amazing following abroad. As I was saying to you when we first came into have the conversation, I was so excited to be able to party just in my quarantine space last evening, looking at all of the amazing things that you have done with all of the different artists. And, as I mentioned, Benai, and I think there was another young lady that was in Spanish Harlem you did some things with, and you had a couple other artists that you had actually did the voiceovers for, as well as you have a great presence, they say, in the UK. And I know you mentioned you lived in the UK, or you at least have residency there as well. So just amazing. I am so excited to have been able to talk to you and just say to you, I understand now why when you're on your lives, you talk about, the change with you specifically and the COVID, because a lot of your excitement and your energy is abroad. I get that. So yes, hang in there. Definitely. Maybe you can just create some things and send it over, and you all can just party that way until we can open
Well,
up and go back over.
I look at it this way. God is showing me something. God is saying, take a seat, learn how to do things on the internet without moving, and
Uh-huh.
and learn. Well, I have a green screen in my house, so like if you look this way, just slightly, you'll see a green screen.
Yes.
Um, you
Look
know,
at you.
I have a green screen in my house, so learning how to do it digitally, digital performances. Hey, people, come join me, $14.95, and grab 2,000 people and go on and do what I have to do.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you do that once or twice. I mean, like three times, once a month or something like that.
Get
You know,
creative.
you be creative
Yeah.
because you know it's as much as I fiend to go back out on the road. I have to learn another way to do this.
Absolutely. And that's all that it is. It's just designed for that. And while you're talking about that, I want to do this with you.
That feels like I'm at work. Like I used to feel like oh man, I'm tired of that. But now, like I crave for that sound now. Like, but it'll get back. It's not gonna be like this forever. It'll be for a
Absolutely.
specific amount of time, and that's it.
So just so you know, the gentleman that runs my streaming, he is 16. And as we were warming up, I asked him, had he heard the song before? And he said yes. So that is definitely a great thing in terms of the generations that are aware of Scoop and the hype and all of the energy that comes from what you do. One thing that I wanted to touch on with you is notice that you say, if you got $100 bill, put your hands up. If you got a $50 bill, put your hands up. And I vividly remember being in the gym jams, being in the rent parties. And if you had $100 back in the day, you were doing something. You were like,
You
put my
big.
hands up.
You big. But you gotta remember, we were kids, so of course, like you got $100 bill as a kid, you killing it.
You were doing it. I could put my hands up. Even $20, because you gave us all the options. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. And
No
imagine.
10 and no 5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was the bomb, and we had a great time. And now to think about, if you have $100 bill, what do you do?
I mean,
What do you do?
you better pay a bill. You better do something. You better keep them people off your back.
And that's what it's about. It's more education in what we're going through than anything. We have to learn to be, resourceful. We have to learn to actually, be accommodating, be thankful for the things that we have. I think so often we've taken things for granted and we've ignored people, and we, just in our everyday, we just don't pay attention to things. So definitely, like you said, getting creative is going to be our requirement. Especially if we go into the holiday, right? And we have to now sit in the front of this green screen. And I love all of your backdrop. I know you've been going through renovations, so good for you.
Yes.
You've been
I'm,
so
I'm, 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 I'm putting up some of the ones that my brother and myself, some of the plaques that my brother and myself have. Some of mine are the older ones, like the Buster and the DMX and Kanye West and some of that other stuff. And then my brothers are the Rick Ross and Nas and stuff like that. Anything that he's done, I celebrate his accomplishments because I helped him get there. So,
okay.
Whether it's his name up there or my name on the plaque, it's still the work of our family.
Yes. I want to tell you that when I posted your cinematography we had for you, I had so many flames and so many "that's my boo" come up on my page from all the ladies. And I'm like, wait a minute, let me find out that they are waiting for you to come back. They are waiting for you in some regard. So I think we're going to have to call Rebecca Poe and get you on a dating thing. What
Well,
you think about that?
um, dating is very difficult. Dating is it's tough. It's tough, especially in this age. It's really tough. Um, for me, where my mind is right now is at a place where I'm no good to anyone like that because what I do for a living is done. So I have to hustle and make another line of work. So I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed at like 10 o'clock at night in order to make this all work. Because when I do the artwork, even something as simple as putting a post up on Instagram, you got to do the artwork. You got to make sure the video's right. You got to edit the video. All that takes time.
Absolutely, definitely, we know.
And people don't understand that. However, I'm here to tell you, it's hard. And then you got to do the questions. Plus, you got to make the regular phone calls in the day you got to make. Then I'm the guy that books the artist.
Right.
So I got to call the artist and be the person interviewing the artist. It's a hell of a lot of work. I have my partner Chris that edits the videos and stuff like that. But some of the promos and stuff like that, I do that all myself.
So you're saying in terms of having a relationship, wait, should I put my shades on? I feel like you
put your shades on. Go on and put your shades on.
And I feel like I should put mine on too.
Those are nice. I like those. Those are nice. Those are tough.
These are my birthday gifts to myself.
Those are tough. What's your birthday?
September 20th.
You're a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo. Yes.
Yes, it's tough.
So, but you're not interested. You're not interested in any kind of dating at this moment. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, because I have to be realistic with myself. I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo.
Are
So
you?
for yeah,
Had this
my
conversation.
birthday's August 6th. I
Okay.
can't even be comfortable to be able to do what I want to do unless I have money the way I want. Now I have money. I'm still okay. I'm good. I can survive. However, I like to be in a certain place when I'm doing certain things. And when you're a true entrepreneur, you know, when you're a guy that doesn't get a check handed to you at the end of the week like this, it's
Uh-huh.
a different kind of pressure. It's a different kind of reward, but it's a different kind of pressure. So when you're a real entrepreneur like myself, I don't get up at, I don't have to report somewhere at 9 o'clock and then punch a clock at 5 o'clock and leave. I don't have to do that. I actually work longer than the average day. I work almost twice as long as the average day. I do. I work twice. I work by the time at 4 o'clock. By the time 11 o'clock comes, I've already done fucking more than people have done in the entire day, and I'm just getting the day started.
I get it. I get it.
So when you're an entrepreneur, you have a lot of things that are available to you. You don't have to get up in the morning and go report to a place. So if I chose to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning, I could do that. If I chose to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can do whatever I want. But it's a different kind of pressure.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get paid that week, that means you don't get paid. It's a zero. Whereas when you get a check, and that's whatever that amount is that you get paid, that's just what it is, you got it. And my focus right now is really on making sure that I turn my Instagram series, which I do every day at 6 p.m. to like 8 p.m. My thing is making that a hit.
And it is. We have a good time on there. But I will tell you that today you don't have to drink the ignorance juice. You can have a little champagne. You can do a little something different.
If I need it, it's
Please,
right here.
please.
If people, if you haven't experienced my show, come on in and do it. Every night at 6 p.m. on Instagram Live, I have a broadcast where we interview celebrities, sports people sometimes, all kinds of individuals. And the thing is, my
Mafia,
phone is ringing.
the mafia you had on, that was fire.
I'm doing an interview right now, okay?
Listen, can you please
Women, see women.
Well, listen, hold on. I'm doing an interview right now. I'm doing an interview right now.
That's why he said he can't date right now. He's too busy.
So what I'm saying is,
Can you have some
can
juice?
you hear me?
Yeah, I want you to sip the juice now since you just did that.
I don't need the ignorance juice right now. But so what I was saying is that it's just really, really hard to execute when you are in that situation. I'm in a place right now where I need to focus all my energy on executing.
So you
and I'm getting close. You know, again, I want to say this. Every night at 6 p.m. I do my Instagram Live. Like I said, we have a bunch of people coming in. There's some days where I just go with the people. And to me, it's great to have celebrity interviews. However, the people make the show because that's where the funniest stuff comes from. That's where it all comes from there, right? And I'm in a place now because I started when the crisis started in March. I immediately got on Instagram. So I'm now to the place where people are starting to recognize what I'm doing. And they're like, oh yeah, listen, I think I might have a podcast deal for you. I might have a radio deal for you. I might have this for you. I might have that for you. So, it's just consistently putting your work in over and over and doing it again and again and again and letting yourself be seen and not being afraid to fail, to lose, to whatever. And the thing about my show is it's imperfectly perfect. So if you ever watch my show, you see people call me in the middle of my show. I'm like, listen, I'm doing an interview right now. Like, what are you doing?
Hilarious. It is hilarious, but you're not new to this. You are definitely a vet to the game, so you understand how to flow, and you know you'll do it. You'll get it. I know that Johnny Fastlane, he announced yesterday that Charlemagne the God is doing a podcast series of several folks. So I mean, those things are, you know, ideas to cue into, as well as to continue to create, you know, curate things for yourself that you may be able to do with, you know, a group that you have, you know, that you're working with.
Well, that's what I'm doing. See, I have a way of thinking. I don't want to join somebody else's thing.
Okay.
It's going to take me a long time to do it and get it, but I'd rather do my own thing. Now, if Charlemagne was to come to me and be like, yo, I got a spot for you over here, all right, cool, that's great. I'll be down for that. If the money is right, I'm with you. Let's go get it. But I understand, I clearly understand that this is like, and people, if you watch sports or anything you do, there's never anybody clapping for you in the beginning. You usually have to clap for yourself. Like, I'll give you a good example. In Major League Baseball, when you're in the minor league system, there's never anybody there. Because there's three forms of minor league. There's A, AA, and AAA. So when you go to A, it's like the dust league. You know, you get on a Greyhound bus, you go do the thing. There's nobody clapping there. You know, there may be 2 or 3 people or 10 people or whatever. Basically, you're playing that game by yourself. Then you may go to AA and there may be more people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Then you may go to AAA and be a little bit more people, right? People don't start coming until the process is complete.
Which is unfortunate.
So when you get to the New York Yankees, that's when there's 55,000 people there. Yeah, but most of the work is done in the darkness.
Right. And the support should be there when you're talking about the very first stages of what you're doing. And like I said, people are familiar with you. So it should be, you know, something in terms of a flow for you. I know that you would accept a certain position, but, you know, being mindful of like what Joe Budden is going through right now with, if you get to the wrong space in the wrong place, it's going to limit or create boundaries for you that you may not, in this point in your career, want to be within. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I look at Joe as having a different problem. I look at Joe's problem as they don't want to pay him.
Oh, okay.
Now.
I thought it was the mouth.
No, because the mouth is what got the people there.
Okay.
They don't want to pay him, but they'd rather pay another man $100 million. And I don't know if this is 100% correct, but I heard that Joe is the highest listened to podcast over.
Now that I believe, because the other day he went live, Scoop, it was 11 o'clock, and he had 15,000 people watching.
Right. 11 o'clock. But listen, I want you to understand something. Joe started broadcasting almost 15 years ago, maybe more. Joe Budden's worked at Hot 97 with me. Yeah. He did the morning show. Then he left. He went here. He went there. He created this ain't nothing that happened right away. This took time for Joe Budden to get here. The only thing that I'm very disappointed about is what you're telling me is that what I'm hearing is that you just gave a man $100 million, right? But you don't want to give this man $100 million.
And then you want to do a smear campaign, basically. After that, get rid of it.
Well, what was the smear campaign? I didn't hear it.
Oh, it was females. So apparently some controversy with one of the friends that he had. I won't say names, but it involved Sin, his youngest child's mom. And so it was some interaction negatively that went on, some things that were said in regards to things that he was doing, mistreating females, as well as.
Well, my question is, what does that have to do with the podcast?
Yeah, but they're just going to do that to defame him, you know, just so people will probably say, well, he's not worth that because he doesn't treat women correctly, or he abuses animals, because that was part of it. You know, all these things.
You know, I look at it this way. It's also something that we have to look at when it comes to that as well. when you deal with businesses like that, those kind of businesses, it's based on what you bring to the table. So at the same time, when they're saying all this stuff, I could understand a little bit too, because Joe Rogan, the people who advertise on Joe Rogan, they spend a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to know who spends money on that podcast. Right? It's a bunch of different things. It's financial. It has a lot to do with who your sponsors are, what your sponsors pay. All of that comes in. All of that plays a part in how much money you get. So if you have a huge podcast that's really listened to, however, you don't have the sponsors that are paying for it, then it doesn't make sense financially. But I'm just disappointed because I think if Joe is the highest listening to podcast on there, he should be getting paid. He should be getting paid based on that.
He probably will go independent. I think that's where he's headed now, based on his last few conversations. But to that, your sponsors, I'm certain that you probably, in a quiet time, could pull together your sponsors and have a show independent as well.
Well, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah,
Slowly but surely. See, because there's certain things that you have to do. You have to get your show where you need it to be. Then you have to promote your show. And then finally you can monetize after you promote. So I'm in phase one, which is I'm at the end of phase one, where I have the show together, I have what I want, and now I'm getting people to do, I'm comfortable with doing the show every day. I know what it takes to do, I know what time it takes to do. Like, for example, when it came to editing videos, it used to take me 3 hours to edit a video.
We know.
But now I've got the processes down and all of that, where I can edit that same video that took me 3 hours in the beginning, I can edit it in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
The artwork for this show, it takes me 8 minutes to do that. It used to take me 45 minutes, an hour, but now because I did this,
You're doing the artwork yourself?
Yeah, I do a lot of it myself.
Oh wow!
Other than the main artist interviews that are side by side on the show, the rest of it, that's my partner Chris. The rest of it is me. Like, just editing all the stuff and doing all the stuff I need to do. So it's me. It takes time to do it. You have to learn how to do that. You have to figure out, hold on, can I do a template? And you figure that template out. And you figure it's trial and error. So it's a lot that goes into doing this. So now I'm in stage 2, which is promote. So now I'm promoting. Once I promote, I'm at 120,000. God willing, by the end of the year, I'll be at 200. And then from there, you get the numbers, and then you can go into monetization and start charging people and do your thing, and that's where you make your money.
You had a real cool, I guess she was an influencer as well that came on, Natasha Grania.
Yes.
Yeah, she was real cool. She offers a few gems for those folks that are looking to kind of expand their platform. So I thought that was a real nice one. And you've had some amazing guests on, especially the Mafia guy from last night. That was real cool too.
Oh man, listen, I've had a couple of people who are really, really, really dope. If you're interested in upping your Instagram game, what you need to go check out a guy named Josue, Josue Pena. Josue Pena. He'll give you a dope Instagram course. I took it. That'll show you how to take your Instagram to the next level.
Okay.
Tell them FATMAN Scoop sent you.
Will. So tell me about your new business that you're planning to start. Your new business that you're going to start.
So I got that. I have a bunch of different things. I have edibles.
Yep.
I just finished an online music course, so I'm gonna do consulting and teach kids the music industry online.
Oh, okay.
I have a bunch of different things that I'm involved in, and the one thing that I'm learning in this time of sitting down is how to make money doing other things.
That's it.
Because I want to share something with you guys before I walk out the door, and this is important.
And you can go out the front door, not the back door.
I'm gonna walk out the front door because with my Instagram messed up, so I can't walk out. I can't even walk out my own front door on Instagram.
Well, that's why I do it this way. So you can go out the front door.
I'm gonna share something with everybody. whatever you're doing right now, whatever that happens to be, you need to not be sitting watching Netflix and Hulu. Now, I'm not saying don't watch Netflix, don't watch Hulu, don't live your life, don't watch sports. Me personally, I don't do it. I don't have time because I'm trying to drill down on doing something historic here.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this, people. We are in a game of musical chairs right now with the economy, with everything. When the music stops, there's going to be more people than seats. If you are not ready, you're going to be ass out.
That's facts.
So I would suggest instead of sitting in front of the television, instead of doing whatever it is you do for leisure, I would of course suggest that you exercise and take care of yourself. But I would suggest that you invest in some form of education. Teach yourself something. Yeah. You need to come out of this. If you don't come out of this quarantine better than you went in, then you lost.
Mm-hmm. You missed the whole purpose.
You missed the whole purpose.
I love it. Thank you. We've got words of wisdom. We got a little swag from Scoop. We're gonna try to put you on the dating game. With
no. I'm the one who puts people on the dating game.
Oh, but we thought we could try because I told you all those flames were up on my page, and I was like,
I don't know what the people need. I don't know them people talking. Them people crazy.
The women was like, "Oh, that's my boo."
Your boo from where? I ain't even talking to y'all. Yo, don't get me in trouble. Listen, don't get me in trouble.
I was ready to ask you what was your type so we could try to put it together, and you said no.
Girl, don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. Get me shot, messing around, playing with you, playing little games with you.
Okay, I'll keep it simple. But y'all can DM me, and then I'll try to get the answer, and then we can go from there.
Playing them games with them people. So the one thing that I want to share with everybody before I walk out the door, I'm on the run every single day. I'm going hard every single day. The one thing I want to share with you guys is put your work in. Put your work in, do what you have to do, and let the rest work itself out. Absolutely. And if you do what you're supposed to do, the rest will work itself out.
And you know what I say, you always have to be in the right room. And this was a good room to be in today. And we are so thankful.
100%. It was a good room to be in. I want to thank everybody. I love you guys. And listen,
love you. Thank you.
Every day at 6 p.m., if you're not doing anything, come join me on Instagram Live. It's foolishness. It's nonsense. It's all of that. And
it's juice? You gonna tell us what's in the juice before you go?
That's a special blend. I tell you what, if you come and join the show, I'll be more than glad to tell you.
Hi, Rico. I love Rico.
Rico, what's going on? I will catch you guys later. I'm going to the bank. I gotta run.
We're going with you.
And I gotta go pay him.
Okay. Well, we love you. We thank you so much, and we will talk again soon.
God
Ladies and gentlemen, Fatman Scoop. Thank you.
Okay.
We love you.
Make you do a double take. Like a showstopper. My head is up. My head is up.